Most Minnesota students and teachers are likely sleeping in this morning, with it being the first day of MEA break.
Don't you miss that? Sleeping in on school days off?
Yes.
Well, there's no school today or tomorrow. It's for Education Minnesota's 2021 MEA conference for teachers and college students who are aspiring to be educators.
And we're learning that what we've all endured in the last 18 months will be a big topic of discussion at this year's conference. So the pandemic forced last year's to be entirely virtual, but this year it'll be a mix of in-person and virtual. Education Minnesota's Vice President Bernie Burnham said they have been listening to their educators and what they have experienced over the last year and a half. She said students, teachers, and faculty are all feeling the impacts of the drastic change in work styles and workload. Now, the two main topics of this year's conference are concerns surrounding students' mental health, racial injustice, and equity, and said these individualized experiences of students and staff, they need to be taken into consideration so that everyone feels comfortable going back to school.
For those coming back, there were still concerns, obviously, around the things that had happened to students as individuals, loss of family members losing jobs, people being sick, being in and out of school all the time. So those were big things. Also, in addition to the pandemic, of course, we had, the big racial pandemic that was going on as well. And so trying to make sure that students felt okay about who they are and what's happening in their community and what's happening with their families are big concerns for us.
She also said this year's conference is about 20% in-person and 80% virtual, with over 200 people attending in person. They're making sure that everyone's vaccinated, masked, and that the workshops have enough room to be socially distant.